Hey guys, welcome to round number 2 of this Aether Revolt draft. We're currently 1-0, which is good, and we would love to be on the play. I think this hand's fine. We have a turn 3 Tezzert's Touch on the servo token, which may or may not be the best, but who knows. If we draw some more artifacts, we can certainly go for an early Bastion Inventor or Windkin Raiders. Actually, the turn 3 Tezzert's Touch might be wrong because we might want to improvise stuff out. Alright, Trophy Mage is good. It can get either the Implement or Pravada Pillarbug. Kind of a good question, which is better right here. It's on green. So it's probable that the Pillarbug probably does not do a ton. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Implement here. So if we draw Maverick Thopterist, we can cast it next turn. We could also go like Implement Crack It for cards. Ooh, that is gas. Alright, let's just attack with these two because there's really no cost to doing so. Get in for a damage. I didn't think my opponent would play around combat trick, but you never know. So we can go. So we can play one of our improvised spells for 3 mana. Well, we can't. I was about to say we could do it and leave up the Implement, but we can't quite do that. We can go Bastion Inventor and leave up, draw 2 cards, which is pretty good. Treasure Keeper pretty good for my opponent, and I think, ooh, now I can make that play that I mentioned, and I think I shall. Pass the turn, and I think I crack the Implement EOT. And now we have a pretty good clock with the Windkin Raiders. So either that's a really good sign or a really bad sign, you know? Like either like your opponent's not a good player and they have a Fairgrounds Trumpeter, or or they have a really good deck, you know? Kind of no in between. Oh, I forgot to crack the Implement. How silly of me. Probably doesn't matter, but you know, you should always endeavor to play as tight as you can. Should these still be glowing green? Wonder if that actually has an effect on the game. Probably not, but well, we'll see. This is kind of weird. I guess you have to kill that because it's gonna lead to a lot of advantage for me. I really don't know what's going on. Okay, I guess that does work. Draw a card, draw a card. Okay. Shock Mountain, not the worst. Alright. options. I think we definitely play this, and then we can either make one of our guys big to brawl through their stuff, or I can just put it on Invasive Flyer. We could put it on the Inventor, make it a 5/6. He has 6 power and play barely. And we can kill the Trumpeter. Or we can go Shock, Furious Reprisal. Or we could put it on here to get in for... Well, it still gets blocked, but then we can go... Oh, we can't actually quite Reprisal. Yeah, we have 6 mana, so we can do that next turn. Yeah, I like just putting it on here and brawling. Opponent just chump blocks, which I think is fine. I mean, he gets a spell off of this. So I like just shocking this now before he has the opportunity to put a counter on it or trigger the Fairgrounds Trumpeter. Because he can do that his turn and put a counter on both, and then the Furious Reprisal gets out of range. Speaking of which, I think we're going to bring in the Leave in the Dust for the Furious Reprisal post board, because I don't think green creatures are really going to really work there. Okay, that's now a 2/5, but I mean, there's the... Oh, well, I was about to say we have the Reprisal, but turns out that does not quite work. Okay, now we just do this, right? Attack with both of these guys. And then if he blocks, then we kill the Trumpeter, deal 1 damage there, and I don't think the payoff's there, so just attack with 5/5. And then we can go like touch, Reprisal next turn for a burst of damage. Ellie Strangler, sure. Another reason why Furious Reprisal is not going to be good. I think killing our opponent is a better move. So, yeah, let's swing with the team. And I'm not sure what else our opponent has. I don't think, well, I guess, yeah, there's not a lot of instant speed removal. I guess you could have a Cruel Finality. But, yeah, this is fine. Like, my opponent just chump blocks away his entire board. Sounds good. Alright. Guess you need like a Yahenni's expertise into make obsolete, I don't know. I don't think there's much in those colors that can really do anything. So Fierce Reprisal does not do much. So we have the choice of expertise, Mind Rot, make obsolete, die young. I think it's just, 1-for-1. Leave in the Dust. Our opponent's likely playing ginormous creatures that Leave in the Dust is going to be very good against. Like, Yahenni's expertise is like a slightly upgraded Reprisal. Mind Rot seems okay, but if we're going to go into a grindy game, I'd prefer to... I didn't see any, like, real big bombs either. Like, that's one of the main reasons you would want a Mind Rot. I think there is synergy, right? You bounce it, and then you draw the Mind Rot on 7 mana. then you're doing it. Build your own. Forget the name of the card. 1 blue black, bounce a permanent. Oh, recoil. That's it. Build your own recoil. Yeah, I think that's just the way we want it, though. Yeah, let's just run it back. Well, no, we're not running it back, of course, but you know what I mean. Alright, this hand seems quite capable. Have a kind of a slow hand, but I didn't really want to draw a land there, but what can you do? But our opponent's not a particularly fast deck, so I'm not worried about getting run over. Also, we have a few 2-drops. We could draw like a Aether Swooper. Next turn, get there. Apparently not. I think we could just play a Trophy Mage next turn, get an Implement into play. Seems good. Yeah, and you can block the Narnum Cobra. I think our plan might be to just put both touches on Thopters and go to town. So, Implement or Pillar Bug? Pillar Bug's actually kind of good against our opponent's board. Actually, yeah, I think it's Bug because our hand's pretty good. And then we can go play it, leave up a lifelink. If our opponent wants to spend his mana just killing our Trophy Mage, I'm fine with that. Okay, does that change our plan in any way? I think it doesn't, because I think lifelink is fine. This is virtually free since we're planning on casting a Thopterus the next turn. Yeah, a little bit better than Implement would have been on this board. I mean, Outrider's good, but I think our synergies might trump it. Oh, yeah, we can make this into a 3/4 as well. That's value. Okay. Unfortunately, Renegade map does not play for free. See, that's sick value. You can attach a tapped artifact to your Thopter, your Maverick Thopterist. Not quite Magic the way Richard Garfield intended, because the way Magic was originally designed, tapped artifacts had no abilities. I think I might just double block with the Thopterist and the Pillar Bug. Or my opponent might not just might not attack. I mean, I guess if he does, we don't block because of the possibility of Aether Outburst. I can't remember the name. It's 1 in a green, gives up an artifact, a creature +3/+3, and you gain 3 energy. So we can just go map, Tezzret's Touch. Yeah, it sounds like gas. This one for 6. I mean, I guess you could have the one in the green put an artifact on the bottom of its owner's library here. Probably would do that in response, but we're good. We could go Tezzeret's Touch, equip the goggles, swing for 12. Alright, well, just gonna eat what I can, right? And you can only activate this as a sorcery. You can put a counter on this and give Death Touch, and that would just time walk him. So I guess he has a follow player. Okay. I mean, that stops me for a turn-ish. Well, I mean, not even. So my opponent has like literal overrun and draws it. Alright, just putting a bunch of threats on the board. What do you have, opponent? Like, so this is forced to chump the Thopter. You have to chump here, and then we get in for 3. There's no becoming this in the format, so no need to block. Okay. Alright, I mean, there's always the chance that my opponent could draw one out, but I don't think that exists in the format. Alright. Just like we drew it up, boys. Probably I would actually probably just crack this on upkeep to avoid drawing a land, but whatever. Alright. That was brutal for our opponent. Alright. Round number 3.